This is a class 5 amalgam. See, we mix the amalgam, we put the little half an end of the small carry of amalgam into the prep with a little push, since on the maxillary kind of will fall out, especially on a class 5 if you don't do that. And then the little condenser right against the axial wall, overlapping strokes into the line angles. Gingiva is sometimes in your way on a class 5, so you have to be careful of that. And then continue with the little bits and push, vertically against the axial wall. And you can see here that I'm taking the condenser and just kind of adapting it so it doesn't fall out, and then going back and condensing against the line angles. The axio-occlusal and axio-gingival line angles, where the retention is in amalgam. And another final increment. There we go. Larger condenser can be used here, again to the side, just to make sure that it's adapted, and then go back and condense. And be mindful that we're trying to maintain or reproduce actually the convex contour, the height of contour on the gingival third. So the key of a class 5 is carving it in 2 increments. I do it a bunch of times here, but instead of taking the Explorer and just swiping it across, which would ruin your height of contour, it's really a 2 increment carve, 2 part carve. To take the Explorer and just do the occlusal half, as you see I did there, and then put it up into the gingiva, but keep it off of the incisal or occlusal half. So in doing that, you go in 2 motions, you get that middle contour right there, and then you freehandedly just blend that in. Now to type it on here, you can see the amalgam really goes up into the sulcus, which it wouldn't certainly do on a patient. But right there is where you see that seam that then you freehandedly just round out. So if you looked from the side, which I couldn't really do with the camera, if you look from the side, you want to make sure that you reproduce that height of contour, that it's not convex right in the middle there. So these seem easy, but that's the most important part, is to get the contour correct. And then a cotton roll, just make sure you don't do it too firmly. And that's it. So practice, just make sure there's no excess under the gingiva, and all your margins are closed, and you restore the contour.